Good evening and welcome to our Tuesday Night Live. We're so glad you're here. This live will begin shortly, and we're excited to share this journey with you. This is a space of kindness and encouragement, so let's be welcoming to everyone looking to better themselves. If you have questions, drop them in the chat or use the super chat to make sure it gets addressed. Thank you for being a part of our community. Let's make it a great night. Good evening, everybody.
Hi, guys.
Thank you so much for clicking on this. Thank you for being here. My name is Dustin.
I'm Chandra. This is Bruce, little turd burglar right here.
Thor's asleep over there. He'll wake up soon and come over here.
I don't know if he will. He looks pretty cozy.
He does. And it's not
Happy
Tuesday.
New Year.
Yeah. Happy flipping New Year, everybody. 2025. 25 years.
Into the 20s.
Yeah, it's so weird, right?
It is weird.
Who'd have thunk it?
You know, it just is what it is.
How is everyone's New Year's gone? Super. We had a good fun time.
We did have a good New Year. Went out, went to a friend's house. Chandra tied one on. It was fun. And we did some karaoke, which was cool. You even sang a little bit.
I did.
That was fun. You know, just doing the things, having a good time. I will say that I'm kind of excited that the holidays are over because we've really been not 100% off track, but we've done a lot of straying more so than we usually do. And the weather's changing outside as well. So like my hip is just not happy with the way I've been treating my body. So I'm excited to go back 2 feet in, just doing it. And I'm excited to stop. Like I'm on my last Diet Coke. So hopefully there will be no more Diet Coke in the house. And, you know, we can get back to doing things as we have been for the last 8 years.
Which brings us to sort of the topic at hand. I am planning to do a fast, 7-day fast. I'm not exactly sure what day I'm going to start it because, again, it has to be functional. It has to be realistic. I can't just pick a day and do it because we are tomorrow night going to a comedy club and we're going to go see a comedian. And there's like a 2-item minimum per person or table or whatever. So we have to purchase something in order to be there. Right. And, you know, we're sitting up front.
And I work the next day. So 4 shots of vodka isn't going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have to work the next day.
You might get some chicken fingers.
I don't know what we'll see I don't even know what they even have.
They have all the normal pub food, fries, chicken fingers, sodas.
I'll get a soda. Then I need to be off the soda.
They have Diet Coke. We're going to go see Cam Patterson. We got VIP front row right up in the thick of it. I'm excited for that. She's not.
I prefer sitting back in the club. And we've been to this. It's at the Helium.
Yeah.
We've been to this club before. And those upfront seats are not comfortable. And the last time we were there, okay, look, I am not a small girl. And there was this little tiny small thing who could have scooted her chair in, but chose not to, and made the fat girl sit out in the aisle because she wouldn't scoot her chair in. So I'm just saying, I would rather sit in the back because nobody's going to notice me and people are going to walk around the fat girl. But if I have to sit in the front.
So what I figure what we'll do is once we get through this weekend, we are going to start doing triple B&E.
Oh, God.
Well, I mean, it's not a whole lot different than what we normally do anyway, right?
I know, but I just can't. It makes me miserable. I can't eat the bacon. I had bacon today, yesterday, whatever day it was.
Was that? Yeah, that was yesterday. I made the bacon. I burnt the first batch by mistake. I set the temperature like normal. I set the timer like normal, and I even went to pull it out like 2 minutes early, and it was like charcoal.
This bacon's on fire.
Yeah.
It was bad. Yeah, I had bacon yesterday, and all day heartburn. It's just the worst.
You are just hogging both blankets.
Well, I'm cold.
I hear you.
You got it?
Nope.
Well, it's
Okay.
completely under my butt.
Well, I know.
Completely.
There we go. That's what I need. So we'll figure something out. I just feel like
I don't want to triple B&E.
You can do whatever you want.
The dang bacon, so I'm basically just beef, butter, eggs.
I mean, that's really what I'm going to be doing. You can do whatever you want.
That's basically how my life is.
I will structure you however you want.
I'm down for
who will survive, not me.
Beef, butter, and eggs, but I might want cheese.
Well, I figure I'm probably still going to have some cream in my coffee.
Cream in my coffee and cheese. I mean,
I know that's not triple B&E, and y'all can come at me. It's fine.
Come at him. Grab the torches and pitchforks.
Carrie's in the house. Good evening, Carrie. Thank you for being here. You said, did you see the cream puff run the marathon? It was huffing and puffing all the way.
I did not. And
you never have to worry about this ever. Never, not once. Ever.
It's not a requirement to be here.
Nope. I put them up there really because they give me the option.
Stinking cat.
You know, maybe just to put a reminder up there.
Head.
Tanya's in the house. Good evening. She's hoping to stay awake.
That's fair.
Do the lives tonight. It's been a very long day.
The last 2 nights we've been up to 3 a.m. What is wrong with us? We are not teenagers anymore. What is happening?
We did watch that movie last night. That was weird.
I
can't even remember what it was called.
I don't know what it was called either. It was very. It was
a movie on Hulu, and it was about like these managers from like an Olive Garden type restaurant that win this
trip to Italy,
and then they get there, and it's like a whole bunch of debauchery going on, and like
they think it's like a kidnapping scheme, but it ends up not being. It's odd.
I mean, because like they get picked up at the airport, and the guy takes their passports. That's creepy. A red flag number.
Just
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Mm-hmm. Never let anybody take your passports.
It's got what's her name? Is her name Molly?
Molly Shannon is in it.
And what's his name? Armstead.
Fred Armisen.
Fred Armisen.
Yeah. And a couple other
a couple other famous-ish people, and you're like, oh, this could be cool, and then you're like, this is just weird, just weird. I would not recommend.
Tanya says, I spent the day at the hospital with my father in surgery for 7 hours. Thank God everything is good, but man, it was a stress moment for the first. Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, never easy. Deep breaths. This too shall pass. The recovery is usually, unfortunately, worse than the surgery.
Jahil is here.
Well, hello, Jahil. Happy New Year.
He said, Dustin and Chandra, hi!
I imagined it in exactly that time.
He probably was even higher pitched than that.
Probably.
Yeah. He says, hi, everyone. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Sean is in the house.
I'm excited for the new year.
I am too.
Everyone's a little apprehensive, I think, just kind of off the bat, because we know what every other year has been like for the last however long. And, it all kind of comes out in the wash, good or bad. It ends up being, well, at least we all survived. And, God rest those who didn't. And then we just keep on keeping on, because that's what we do. But everybody, let's cross our fingers, cross our toes, pray, whatever it is that you do. Let's make this one a better one.
Just make it the best year you can for you.
Right.
What are you going to do this year to make yourself and your life more successful in 2024? Even if it's 1%.
And resolutions.
Yeah, I don't make resolutions.
They're trash. But, you can make little changes to yourself to try to make things better. Just, I don't know. Try being a little nicer. Try being a little kinder to somebody who irritates the living out of you. Try taking a deep breath before you react. Like, just small changes that can help make this next year go a little smoother for everybody, you know.
Cordoba K's in the house. Good
Well,
evening,
hello.
Kay.
Thank you for joining us.
Let's see. Sherry's in the house. Good evening, Sherry.
Hey, Sherry.
Let's see. Jeffa is in the house from Foley, Alabama. Is that Axel Foley?
Oh.
Aquel Foley.
Aquel. That was such a good movie.
Debbie is in the house.
Well, hello.
Actually joined tonight. Well, we appreciate you.
Purple loving Nana. I love purple also. It's my favorite color.
We've got that bowl of purple water in the bathroom.
That's true.
It's supposed to turn into crystal.
It's probably not. So he bought a little crystal kit to try to make homegrown crystals. And the girl and I did it together, and they're supposed to make purple crystals. It's been 2 days. Nothing is happening. I followed the directions to the T, even set timers because you're supposed to stir for exactly 2 minutes, then let it rest for exactly 10 minutes. And then we did everything exactly like it said. Nin, 0.
User error.
Nary a crystal 1. Anywho.
I did shave. I shaved my head today in the shower.
Yeah, well, he did it for New Year's, and he missed like 2 stripes across the back of his head.
I got the hot dog pack in the back of my head. You know what I mean?
You know how kids used to say it was an old man's face.
Yeah, there's that too. Yes. Sherry's been 100% on track with a laughy face.
Well,
we're never 100%. Never, ever are we 100%.
We shoot for like
95, 90. You know, what was an A when we were kids? 91%?
90 and above.
Yeah.
90 and above was an A when we were kids. Actually, when we were kids, it was like 95.
92, 94%.
It was 95.
Yeah.
It wasn't until my kids got into school that they lowered it to 90.
Yeah.
And now it's, I don't even know. You just show up and you pass. But anyway.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. So Debbie said that New Year's was lonely and a little sad for her, but she made it through. Well, congratulations.
Every
making it through.
step, making it through is better than not. Right?
Yeah.
Loneliness sucks. I'm sorry.
Well, you're here with us and we love you.
Right. Not lonely tonight.
Right. Carrie says, my New Year is going to start bumpy. I have to see how to pay the property tax, which is due the end of January. They had it to us late. I wish when I had the money, I could have pulled it out to pay it. Yeah.
Taxes suck.
I think that property taxes should be just kind of rolled in with whatever you're doing.
So every place is different. Every state is different, and where the laws are different in counties and whatnot. So ours is rolled into our monthly payment because it comes out of our escrow account, but not everybody has it set up that way.
Right.
So, but you know, money is always tight. There's never enough. My dad always used to say, it doesn't matter how much you make, you're going to spend it all. There's never any extra. So be prepared. It sucks. And the taxes, there is no making it better. Unfortunately.
Autumn did release her first financial YouTube video. So I shared it on my Facebook. If anybody who knows what we're looking for, that is a moderator, can throw a link to Autumn, her new finance video up. It's might give a little bit of help to people. I know that if you have, it's like, you know, if you don't have money, then learning how to deal with your finances doesn't really help you a lot because you can't really
there are little things that you can do.
Yeah.
There are little things that you can do. I mean, I was a single mom of 3 kids and we were poor as church mice, and we figured out how to make things go and how to get the mortgage paid every month, how to, I made $9 an hour and had 3 kids. We figured it out. It sucks and it was horrible and it was hard. And the kids didn't realize it because when we went to the food bank, they played with all the other kids at the food bank. It was what it was. And you figure it out and you get through it and you just keep on keeping on. Money sucks and it's hard. You'll get there, Carrie.
Chris is here.
Hi, Chris.
Chris is a good dude. Thank you for being
Happy
here, Chris.
New Year.
His lovely wife, Ash Taylor, is here as well.
Well, Happy New Year, Ash. Thanks for joining us.
They're the best.
Thor has finally stopped clawing me and is now cleaning himself on my lap.
Delicious.
I
That's
said
not Thor.
Thor.
That's
Bruce.
Bruce.
You know, it's fine. It's just like mixing up the names of the kids.
Jaheel says, I just covered Timmy's ears. He doesn't need to hear you two are off track and human, especially not after he just lit the shrine candles 5 minutes.
Well, you know.
Beverly's here.
Thanks for joining us.
Glad
Beverly.
that it's Carnivore Month. Back to Triple B&E to get back on track. I like Triple B&E as a on track method because I like, for me, most days just making my life simple. I mean, it's in the name, right? The whole simple aspect of everything. It's not just because I am simple, but just some scrambled eggs, some burger patties, frozen Walmart burger patties, because surprisingly enough, their frozen burger patties appear to be cleaner than their fresh stuff. That doesn't make any sense.
Wow.
And it's cheaper. But anyway, I digress. That's what I do feel good when I'm just eating simple. Just make 4 burger patties, 6 to 8 eggs, eat that and go about my day. And if I'm hungry again later, make a couple more burger patties, maybe make a couple more eggs.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can keep from being like nosing through the pantry, because I often most of the time will not buy myself things.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm rooting through it, being upset with me, like my future self or my present self is mad at my past self for the things
not buying junk,
the things I didn't buy from my future self.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's fair.
Maritza is here. Good evening.
Thank you for joining us.
Carrie says, you should drink vodka like water. Back when I drank going into 2025, it'll be 17 years sober. Congratulations.
Woo! Way to go. That's a big win.
Being sober and poor is better than being drunk and poor.
That is true.
I mean, I know. I mean, I never got to that kind of level, but like my brother did. And I was basically, like both my stepdad and my real dad, my grandfather, all alcoholics. One of my best friends that I was friends with for a very, very long time, cared for him for a long time and was basically his babysitter. And, we're not in contact with each other now, which bothers me, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
And you just can't really keep going at that. You know what I mean? It's a lot on and I'm so glad that you are where you are, Carrie. You're here with us. And I appreciate you, and I want to celebrate that milestone of success.
Win.
Yes.
Major. And we're very proud of you.
Very proud of you.
I think that's amazing. I know every day is a journey. But you're doing awesome.
Beverly eats a lot of ground beef, quick and easy. That's my thing. Like, and if she would eat frozen burger patties, my life would be simple.
I just don't like the taste of frozen burger patties.
Yeah.
They just are like overdone. But I don't mind burger. Like, I like burger.
Yeah.
Where are we at, Slowpoke?
Let's see. I'm not that slow. I mean, I am, but So let's see. Tanya says that she can't do coffee without cream. I can do coffee without cream. I
don't want to.
I really don't.
I mean, I can. I don't want to.
That's
like, if I wanted to drink dirt water, I would just go out back and slurp off the ground. I don't want to. I like my dirt water with cream.
It's delicious.
It's much better. It really is. It gives it so much more body. Can you please not take the skin off of my hand? Thank you, turd.
You're very welcome, Carrie. Look at this. Becky's here. Good evening, Becky.
Thanks for joining us, Becky. Happy New Year.
Sean Bradley with $10.
Woo woo.
Happy New Year, Sean.
Happy New Year, Sean. Thank you so much. You guys are never obligated to do anything like super chats or buy anything, but every little bit that you send does helps him keep putting out videos and doing those things.
Keeps me from being homeless.
Well, yeah. Because, yeah.
Like, I went the other night and we were having a leapover with the young one, and I got a call. So I had got a call earlier in the day, and it was supposed to be probably like a 4-hour turnaround total. It's probably been 2, but it might have been 2 hours. Might have been a 2-hour turnaround because I was going to pick up a crew and then drive them about 40 minutes north and then probably pick up a crew as I drop them off, take that crew and drive them back. That'd have been about 2 hours. I ended up being a 2-hour process for me anyway. I got paid for 2 hours for that because I was an hour sitting at the yard waiting for the crew to come out and get in the van with me. And the whole trip was canceled. Mm-hmm. So I went home and we were hanging out, preparing and deciding what we were going to do for the leap over. And I got another call. And so I went and picked up a crew. Actually, so everything is in military time. And I'm looking at it and I think, I rushed off because I'm like, I got to be there really, really quick. I ended up being there like an hour early.
Somebody doesn't know how to use military time.
I used to, and it was not uncommon, but like, that's like one of those, like,
I'm good until 9:00 at night. After 2100, I don't know what comes next. And I should, and I do.
22 is 10. I know. I understand.
But it's just at the latest that I need to know when I'm at work is 2100. That's the latest I need to know, because if I'm not out of the building by 9, I'm very upset. Things have gone drastically wrong.
Mm-hmm. So I was supposed to be there. I got there at 5 to do a run at 5, but I really need to be there by 6. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I sat there, then I picked him up, got him out by 6, and took them to up near Findlay, Ohio. Took them out near where Evelyn is. Mm-hmm. Way up, like 70 to 75 to 30 over to some small little town. Saw my first drive-through convenience store, liquor store. You never heard of those? Ohio has them.
That's weird.
So basically, it's like an old oil change type building is what it looks like.
Okay.
But it's just a one-bay oil change, but like all along one side, it's all coolers.
Okay.
Like, like the opening coolers, like you see the gas station.
Right.
You just drive in and they bring you, and you can buy beer and go on your way, or liquor, or cigarettes, gum, candy, sodas.
I feel like buying the alcohol at a drive-through is sort of like asking people to drive drunk.
Well, I don't think so, because I mean, they're not serving you up a drink.
They're not cracking it open and handing it to you. Okay, maybe not.
I mean, they're handing you a case and a bottle or whatever, but
it just, I don't know. Maybe I'm an old prude. It just seems just a little sketch.
So basically I saw my first one because one of the guys wanted me to take them by Taco Bell, because I was taking them to a hotel. So one of the guys wanted Taco Bell. The other guy wanted to go a little bit down to a United Dairy Farmers because he wanted ice cream. I'm like, okay.
Is that like a Dairy Queen?
No, it's a gas station.
Oh.
But it's like the same people that when we do the state fair, that little round building where they have the ice cream. Yeah. Same thing.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah, it is good stuff. So that's what he wanted. And then I was going to go potty there, but they didn't have access to a bathroom. So I just went potty at the hotel. But I was 4 hours into Ohio, 4 hours and then 4 hours back. I had one of the best conversations that I've ever had so far with this job with this guy. He's like, an older cat, 67 years old, not yet retired. And I don't know if they're listening now, but they said they may listen on Sunday. I don't know if they knew about this one or whatever, but it was just one of those things. Great conversation. We talked about all kinds of stuff. Even talked about carnivore and keto and maltodextrin and the element stuff and why I do YouTube and what my why is and where I came from, why I started and all that stuff. And I mean, really, I like to talk. So you get me into a confined space with somebody who can't run away.
You're going to fill their brain with all your words.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes the people that I pick up just sleep and I just drive in the quiet. But yeah, then on the way back, listening to about UFOs and
he wanted me to call him, but the girl had fallen asleep and I didn't want to wake her because we had a bad night. We had a good night thereafter, but we had a bad night because I took her to Culver's because she normally gets Culver's on Fridays. That's Pa's special treat with her. Takes her, gets her French fries and ice cream, and she dips her French fries in her ice cream, and they have a good old time, and then we drop her off. Well, took her to Culver's because they didn't get there Friday. She was fine there, and then we decided we were going to go to Kohl's because Ma had some Kohl's cash. This child threw an actual fit, laying on the ground and screaming in Kohl's. I was like, okay, put your jacket on. We're leaving. Put your jacket on. We're leaving. And she was just kicking and screaming. And so I was going to leave the cart anyway, but I put her jacket over my arm and I reached down, I picked her up, slung her over my shoulder like a sack of potatoes, walked out to the car, buckled her in as she's screaming at me, I hate you. I don't want to have a sleepover with you. I don't want to go to your house. I don't even love you. Like all the meanest things a kindergartner can say. And I just buckled her in. I turned on Taylor Swift really loud because I didn't want her to have any room or space to speak. I needed her to just calm down. And we drove home in absolute silence.
Except for Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm. Like silence between us. And I just breathed and we just drove home. And when we got home, she ran upstairs to her room and slammed the door. Full-blown 16-year-old here. And then I called mommy and we talked about it. And she was like, oh, we're going to punish her. And I was like, no, she's had a lot going on. They've moved. There have been holidays. There's a whole bunch happening. This is a child who is under stress. So it was going to come out one way or the other, under stress, and then dumping a bunch of carbs and sugar into her before taking her out in public. It was kind of an expected thing to happen. And I should have been better prepared. So we talked about it and then she came down and we talked about it. And I was just like, we're not going to do this and that's not okay. And do you think we can work through this and have our sleepover? And she said, yes. And we ended up having a good time afterward. But it has been, my youngest is 20. So it has been 15 years or greater since I have had a child throw a full-blown temper tantrum in a store, screaming, kicking, saying nasty things. And it just took me a minute to just breathe and just scoop her up
because it's
and
different.
Walk out of the building.
It's different when the teenagers have the big blow ups and stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know how we're going to handle that.
She already has a mouth. My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we made it through the sleepover. It went well.
I got home at like 4 a.m. and set the alarm off coming in because
if it's just us.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. And she's like, Paul, why did you set the alarm off? I'm like, well, I wanted to keep you safe. So curled up, and it took me a while to fall asleep. And because you know what I mean? When you get done and you're tired, like you're drive for 8 hours straight, you're tired.
Yeah.
But I had 500 miles. I was tired. 500 miles. Yeah. And so I got home and my body was tired, but my brain was like, so I'm just laying there.
Good night. What was that? Did you just burp?
Never a cat burp. Anyway, so we laid down and we fell asleep, and then Pa slept in for a while,
and we came downstairs and finished up our art projects. And
Debbie is at day 7 of her triple B&E.
Nice, good job.
And Shauna woke up. Glad you joined us, Shauna.
Thank you for being here, Shauna. Bruce is being really weird.
Yeah, he's weird.
He's making all sorts of interesting noises. So
Becky says, "Hey,
Becky."
Stacy, we saw a photo of you.
Hello, Stacy.
She posted a photo of herself on the balcony of a cruise ship, and I had to show it. I was like, look at this woman.
You look so fancy.
Stunning.
Like you just looked just like you were made to be on that cruise.
Mm-hmm.
You're living your best life. That's what you look like.
She looks stunning. I was like, just look at this lady. And she knows us.
I know, right?
How cool are we?
We must be pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, we were not all that far. I was not all that far from you guys, Stacy. Yeah, I sent him some messages with the little pin drop where I was. I don't know exactly where I was, some town in the middle of nowhere. Because there's a train yard not far from the hotel. So I guess they were gearing up for New Year's Day. They were anticipating crews not showing up or not taking the call and needing extra crews because there's no set schedules with the trains.
It's just weird.
Yeah. Maritza wants to try triple B&E. I think it's worth a shot.
I say go into it open-minded, give it a go, but be realistic with yourself. And if things aren't going right, it's okay to stop. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You got to give yourself grace.
Have some chicken. I mean, really, it's not. I mean,
really, it's all meat.
Yeah. I mean, really staying carnivore. Like one of the times we tried doing triple B&E, she wasn't doing it, I was, and I had made her some air fried chicken thighs with like a Parmesan crust on it. I'd eat some. Just good.
I mean, meat is meat.
Mm-hmm.
And cheese is delicious. It just is.
Cheese is delicious.
Cheese is delicious.
Andy!
Well, hello!
She says, hey, everybody. Hey.
Hi, girl. Hi.
Hey. JJ's in the house. Good evening, JJ. Thank you for being here, my buddy.
Us.
And she says, Andy says, only 8 minutes behind. I'm further behind than that. That's okay. Yes. We're just yapping. We're gonna talk right up till 8:30, right to when you will then be magically transported over to the 2KK Live. Magic.
I wish we could do like automatic sound effects.
I could
like,
I could do that. I have the technology, but it's upstairs.
I don't want to be up there.
I know.
I don't want to be in his office. Ow. What is the deal, Bruce? Jeez. Can't just have my hand sitting here without a cat.
Jahil says, Auntie, I thought you were going to be changing your name to Air Frying Auntie back to teaching gymnastics. What happened? Thumbs up. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Yes, thumbs it up.
Safe Harbor Live is happening June 28th in Eaton, Ohio. I'll put it on the meetup schedule website tomorrow.
Nice.
So I will have to make arrangements because that's right after my birthday.
Your birthday.
You could sing happy birthday to me.
Oh, Lord.
You know what?
Just give him hugs. That's all he needs. He lives on hugs. That's how he survives.
I won't be fasting this time. Shauna says, yeah, I considered it, but I thought I'd shift careers to stunt actor.
Ooh, that would be cool.
Gary says he hit the thumbs up 1 trillion equals 1 times.
Yes.
1 trillion plus 1. Jeff Foltz is a snowbird. Jeff.
Can't help it.
Shuckaducky Quack Quack is in the house. Shuckaducky Ricky Quack Quack.
Hi, Rick. Thanks for joining us.
Let's see. Texas is a state that doesn't have state tax, so that is why the property tax is like, So it's like they get you no matter what.
They're going to take your money. It doesn't matter how.
They don't have income tax. So you probably would, if you would be better with income tax, because if you don't have a lot of income, they're taxing you less, then your property taxes would be less.
Yeah.
In theory. Hey, we all need it. None of us have enough.
Right?
I downloaded her spreadsheets.
Nice.
I don't know who we're talking about.
Autumn.
Okay. I get confused with the things I talk about and then forget them. That's
fair. There's her link.
Yes.
That's the link.
Fantastic. Thank you, Sean. Save money by going to the canal and eating ducks and iguana.
Yes.
Yeah, but if they know you're coming and they're hiding from you, then what are you going to do?
It's true. And you have to check the game laws in your state. Because if you're doing it either without a license or if you're hunting things that are not in season, you can have severe ramifications.
He doesn't even season.
The game wardens have far more power than your regular police force. Just be aware.
Carrie says, I've eaten a lot of things in my life. Never tried iguana. Don't have them here in Texas. You got a lot of you have a lot of wild boars.
That's true.
The thing is they're an invasive species and they have to call the numbers. They should be just like basically giving away all the meat. Should be.
Just have free bacon at every corner.
Ash Taylor says, congrats to the 17-year sobriety, Carrie. I quit drinking in 2021 when I started keto. Best decision I've ever made.
Woo woo.
Congratulations
to both of you. Good job, guys.
Yes.
That's pretty awesome.
You guys are amazing. You guys are an inspiration to us.
Yeah, you are.
Let's see. Yeah, every day I thank you. And yes, every day I wake up, it is the best. Yeah.
Yeah. Every day that you wake up is a day that you get to have.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited that every day I get to wake up.
Mm-hmm. Be right back, says Sean. I have to put some coffee on.
Oh, coffee sounds good.
It does really sound good.
I'm probably going to have some coffee after this.
Carrie says, my coffee is blacker than black when I make it with my French press. Blacker than the blackest black times infinity. That's
my soul.
That is the coffee jingle from Metalocalypse by it was a cartoon on Cartoon Network called Metalocalypse on Adult Swim.
Mm-hmm.
It was the band Death Clock. They did a coffee jingle, and it was like, blacker than the blackest black times infinity. But they didn't play anything with Grandpa's guitars. Right, Chris? Chris plays Grandpa's guitars.
Does he?
Yeah.
My grandpa never had a guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Keep moving.
I'm working on it. JG says, I do an egg and a tablespoon of butter and 5 ml of daily minerals in my coffee, and it's delicious. I've tried that in there.
I don't know how I feel about the egg in the coffee. I know people do it. I know people like it. I don't.
It changes the color of the coffee to look like there's cream in it. But it doesn't have, it's just not the same for me.
I just don't think I can do it. I just don't think I can.
Jahil for $10. I don't actually have anything super chatty to say. Meow.
Meow.
I guess.
Thank you.
Well, we love you, Jahil.
We do love you. Bruce is licking his butt just so that you know.
But you know, Jahil is not coming to Indiana.
Why not?
He's going to London again.
I can't be mad at him.
I can.
I freaking love London.
I want to go to London.
I would go there again.
In London, do you see, was that France? You see someone's underpants?
Yes.
I see London. I see France. I see Jahil's underpants.
Yes.
Okay. Andy says, you passed my house. I waved. You didn't see me.
Yeah.
You probably didn't even know. Oh. I think like, you know, if I'm in the thing, like, you know, like the whole idea, like when I'm driving, it's like, nobody calls. But then again, if I were calling and I have a crew in the car, it'd be a little awkward.
Yeah.
But like the 4 hours back, I'm like,
yeah, but then you had like 3 phone calls back to back today. Just rando.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Karen is here. Low carb spin.
Hi, Karen. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you
Happy
so
New
much
Year.
for being here. Let's see. Everyone's saying hi to Karen. Shauna says, growing up in Washington State in Forks, there was a drive-through liquor store. The guy who owned it was also the only one lawyer who lived in town.
That's smart business.
Well, I mean, we could even buy alcohol
on Sundays
for like 85 years in
Indiana. Was it last year or the year before?
It was like 2 or 3 years ago, but it was an 85-year long thing that you couldn't buy beer. The liquor stores weren't open. The grocery stores wouldn't sell it.
Yep.
They would put like little...
And you could drink at the bar.
Yes.
Until the bar closed.
But the bars, and then because for the longest time, bars were only open till midnight.
Mm-hmm.
And then they switched it to where they were open till 3 on Sunday nights.
Yep.
So you could go to the bar, but you couldn't go to Walmart. And there was a long time where Walmart didn't even sell booze here.
Right. Well, it wasn't profitable for supermarkets.
Yeah.
So Indiana has very weird laws just across the board.
And JJ's talking about Karen's sourdough bread recipe. It looks really good. I'm gonna have to wait till after BBB&E.
Oh, sourdough bread does sound good. You gotta watch that and see if that's something you can make.
I think we need one of those stand mixers.
Well, we bought one for Cheyenne for Christmas, so we can borrow it.
True.
We bought one for our daughter for Christmas. So we'll just borrow it.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, keto sourdough.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I'm a bread girl. I'm a bread and cookies girl. So anything that resembles either of those, I'm probably down for.
Rick says, I'll never understand why people stop at a restaurant on a road trip. Because they're hungry, Rick. Because they're hungry, Rick.
Because they didn't pack squirrel. That's why.
They didn't have any extra iguana jerky to take with them, okay? Not everybody has, iguana rolls.
Yes.
Looking forward to Chris's crunchy taco recipe. Yes.
That sounds good. Your claws are ridiculous.
Amy's in the house. Good evening, Amy.
Hi, Amy. Thanks for joining us. Happy New Year.
Chris says, I've been editing today, JJ, and all I can say is, whoa.
All right.
Whoa.
All right, Joey.
Whoa.
Blossom
Mhm.
was a show.
All right, Blossom. I'm Joey.
Joey was a character.
Whoa.
He said, whoa.
Mm-hmm. It was like his tagline.
Just for anybody who didn't grow up in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
And what was funny, when he was a kid, he was on Johnny Carson.
Hmm.
And Johnny Carson was like, have you ever watched the show? He goes, yeah, like when I'm up throwing up. And Johnny was like, you know, I watched a lot of that stuff.
Yes.
Let's see. In all fairness, says Shauna, I feel like when I go to Kohl's too, when you had but good on you, Ma, for the follow through. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised that I didn't also lose it and lay down on the floor next to her and start screaming and kicking. I'm really surprised because, you know, I'm just not used to that. And she's never really been that kid. So
No, she really hasn't. She's always been pretty good. She'll say she will refuse to do things.
Right.
But usually you can still persuade her, to do things.
Right. Or you can distract her with something else.
Yeah.
But she just was not having it. And I just
Gary's wondering if that cassette tape was going 500 miles. If only, thankfully the vans that we drive aren't that old. So they all have the Android Auto stuff. So I control and bring my own selections with me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a plus. All right. Amy says, sorry, I was watching Notre Dame beat Georgia. Woo, woo.
All right. I don't sports.
Train.
Oh, there goes a train.
Let's see. Becky says, day 4 of full carnivore, no keto sweets.
Good
Congratulations.
job. We're very proud of you.
Day 8 for JJ.
Woo,
day 8
rock.
for Milady Andy. Day 8 for Sean. Look at you guys.
There's the 888 Club.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's see. Debbie says, would be day 8 for her too, but she was still at her son's day after Christmas and eating fish and ham and stuff. Yeah.
That's okay. Wait, fish and ham are carnivore.
Yeah, but they're talking about doing the triple B and stuff. They're doing the 2KK triple B&E thing.
I feel you. I feel you there. Sorry, brain.
I'm good with y'all talking all night. I love to talk. I just really do. And
I have to get some work done on eBay because I'm not really selling anything because I basically took this whole week off. So need to get back on the horse and start doing my second job.
Mm-hmm.
Got to get it going.
Better not be fasting. The soup is still in your freezer. No, the soup's still in the freezer. I'm holding on to it because now Jackie lives really far away.
And you're not going to get more anytime soon.
I know. Let's see. Amy says, not doing triple B&E. I'm doing my usual ketovore with 1 day of PSMF since it's working for me. Yes. Find what works for you and stick with it.
What works for you, make adjustments to make your life easier,
better,
stronger, smoother, whatever.
Always make it fit your life. You have to, it's a gentle finesse to make it fit you. So, I mean, obviously you've got to make concessions if you're looking to do triple B&E, but how do you make triple B&E work for you? Right. Or how do you make ketovore work for you?
And what works for you may not work for your partner, your friend, other people you see on the internet. Don't judge what you do based on what others do. It's what you can accomplish and how you attain your goals.
Rick says invasive animals are always in season. True. Yeah, I mean, you still got to check Florida's Florida. You know what I mean? Florida man. Rick is about as close to Florida man as we're going to know. And Sean says duck season. And then
rabbit season.
Rabbit season.
Yes. Yes. Down for it. 100%.
Let's see. Shauna for $15.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, Shauna. I have been seeing a lot of Alice in Wonderland things on the internet lately. And it reminded me of you. And I've just I haven't bought any, and I don't have any myself to sell, but I have been seeing a lot of it popping up in videos I'm watching and stuff like that. And I'm like, I think Shauna's the one who really likes it.
She really does.
Alice in Wonderland.
Because she bought that tea set from you.
She did.
Yeah.
But I keep seeing it, and I keep thinking about you. You've been inching into my brain.
Trish is here. She says, hello, darlings.
Well, hello. Thank you for joining us.
Trish is fun. Her and her husband, we hung out at KPL, had dinner.
Yeah.
Super nice. They like to go cruising.
Cruising.
It's
not cruising, it's grooving. But,
I mean, no, they like to go on cruises.
I know. Song. I said cruising.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know your old fuddy-duddy ways.
Nobody likes you.
It's true.
Just saying.
I know. People saying hi to Trish. Let's see. Amy says, I've been eating a lot of Keto Chow ice cream. I wonder if it's going to make me gain weight since it's an addition to my regular diet.
Well, you know what? You can trade out for something else, right? So if you're adding something in and you do notice a change in your scale or the way things fit or whatever, then try, okay, I want ice cream today. So today, instead of having my, however many ounces of cheese, I'm going to replace that with ice cream. Or instead of having, 3 slices of bacon for breakfast, I'm going to have 2. So try trading, a little bit of trading. So you can still have something that you want, that you enjoy without really sacrificing. You're just kind of making a trade-off. And I would wait and see, what does your body do? How do things change? Your body may decide it really loves having ice cream and it's not going to take it off course.
Well, the one thing about the Ninja Creamy is you control the fat, you control the calories, you can basically dial that in to fit you.
Mm-hmm.
And realistically, if you're Keto Chow, if you're using butter instead of heavy cream, you're looking at literally like a total of 4 total carbs.
Yeah, but some people have, everybody is different. Every body is different.
Right.
So if your body makes a change that you don't like based on a difference in something that you've started eating or changed eating, then see what other compromise you can make to sort of make it fit. Especially if the ice cream is filling something and adding something to you that you haven't been having. Say it's killing a sweet thing, instead of craving or feeling like you're missing out on something, it's kind of filling that in. That's okay. Just make a swap somewhere else.
Yeah. Shauna says, this evening's coffee mug sentiment, coffee in one hand, confidence in the other.
Nice.
I like coffee.
I do like that.
Coffee and confidence.
Oh,
that's right. Trish says,
a little.
Hello to everybody. Let's see. Trish says that she uses a meal replacement. If use it as a meal replacement and you'll be good.
Yeah.
Oh, Stacy says, you guys are so silly. I love you both. We will meet up with you with little warning that you're headed to the Ohio boondocks. That's the one thing about that job is I'll be heading into the middle of nowhere, Ohio, and I'll start seeing the exit signs for all the places where you are. And I'm like, because I can't just stop in the work truck.
Yeah.
I can't, or with a work van or whatever. I have to get back. I'm on a schedule.
He's got to get his run done in a specific amount of time.
Yeah, I stopped to go, number 2 for a little bit, and it was like, what was this for? And I'm like, but they didn't have a drop down for poop. I mean, they should. An 8-hour trip. I had to get out and like we did stop at a rest stop on the way up. And because the guy was like, I need to get out and walk. And I was like, all right. They tell me to stop. I stop. I'm like, I'm their chauffeur basically. So, let's see.
Ow.
Yes, there is a Hungry Horde road trip meetup Saturday, March the 8th in Columbus, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
There is limited space. There is going to be, there is a sign-up sheet. I know you can find it in some of their current videos. I don't know the timeline of when they're putting that up on low-carb events for everybody, but they're wanting to make sure that anybody that goes to their lives and interacts with their videos on a regular basis has first dibs. But yes, so be on the lookout if that's something you want to do. I will be heading in on March the 8th to visit with them in Columbus, Ohio.
I will be at work.
Yes, I have RSVP'd.
You peed?
I did. You know how it goes.
The RSVP kind.
Yes, I did. And me plus 1. So if for some reason somebody doesn't get a chance to RSVP and they want to meet up, and you just be my plus 1, it'll be fine. We can go with a date. Trish says, I'm going to make some egg white bread tomorrow with a granny hand mixer. No room for a stand mixer in my kitchen.
I like a hand mixer. Honestly, I've never used a stand-up mixer. I have a Cuisinart. It's a very small one, and I like that, but I've never used a stand mixer. I cream everything with a wooden spoon.
Let's see. Amy says, yeah, I need my food. Let's see. Use Keto Chow ice cream as a replacement for Rebel and Halo Top. We used to go through those a lot too. Rebel, Halo Top.
Yeah.
The Enlightened for a while was a thing you could find.
None of them are really good though.
The Enlightened was the best. Well, and then Kroger had the keto.
Had a keto ice cream that was amazing, and then they stopped making it.
Right. So now it's a no sugar added, and it's not as great as it. I mean, it still tastes okay. But it gives me the bubble. It gives me the bubble guts.
Yeah. Apparently, does it to the cat too.
Rick says I have a cooler and a portable grill when traveling, so as well as my engine.
Yes.
Well, that's cool. Blossom was cool. Whoa!
I remember watching it. I don't remember really anything about it except for him saying "whoa."
She had a friend named Six.
Yeah. Yeah, but like
I don't really
remember anything else. I don't know. I think I'm getting her and Punky Brewster mixed up together.
What was funny was Blossom was then on the Big Bang. Yeah, so she went on Mayim Bialik, went on to be with Big Bang Theory.
Yes.
Yeah. Shauna says she won't be at the Hungry Heath meetup because she lives on the other side of the country.
World.
Yeah. Jahil says, "Come with me to London. We can eat, love, laugh, and dance."
I would love to go to London again. I went as a child and it was amazing. And I would love to go to Europe again as an adult. I think I would appreciate it more as an adult because when I was a kid, I was a kid and I thought I took it all for granted. And so I think I would appreciate it more as an adult. And I hope to someday get back there.
I've never been. I've never left the country. I've been to like 20 some states. I can't remember the count, but Sean is saying that they watched all that stuff growing up. Loved the Big Bang Theory. We used to when we had cable, Big Bang Theory was kind of like the background noise for us. It was almost always on. So
I like it. It's just one of those things like HGTV. You can just put it on the background.
Oh, I do.
Not even pay attention.
I do miss HGTV.
Yes. The one thing about Big Bang Theory is you'll catch a joke just intermittently and you're like, oh, that was hilarious.
Yeah. Let's see. Jahil says, Auntie, I hope it was fun. I'll let you. It better be fun. Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to get through these because we're running short on time. We've got less than 7 minutes. So I'm trying to get through here. Let's see. 26 days to their next cruise.
Ooh, fun.
She says she loves her Alice teapot.
I'm glad you love it. If I see anything while I'm out, I'll grab it and I'll get Stacy some pineapples. If I see them while I'm out.
Stacy loves those pineapples and she loves her eggplants.
Eggplants. If I find anything eggplants or pineapples or Alice in Wonderland.
Jahil for another $5.
Woo, woo.
He says, doing this to match Auntie since we're twins now and connected telepathically. Yeah.
Thank you, Jahil. You didn't need to do
Shauna
that.
says, I get to go to my chiro and get my neck adjusted. Oh, I need that so bad. Like I can barely, that's as much as I can move my neck that way. And like I can move it a little bit more that way. Like I just need it. But like I was going to a chiropractor. He didn't do like the money's worth.
You want one of those people who's gonna like put your neck in a strap and
yeah.
I need to break you.
I need Andre the Giant is what I need.
Well, he's dead. Are you gonna dig him up?
I could. I need someone to do that for me because I'm not digging that much. That's a lot of digging. I don't even know where he's at. He might have been cremated. I don't know. You should hear what Timmy told me he wants to do in London.
Oh, that's a bad kid.
Let's see. Amy says that's a great suggestion about ice cream, Chandra. I may have only have it occasionally or once a week. Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of ice cream. I like the stuff in the ice cream. So like if I could just get good stuff and just kind of like dip it.
Let's see. Chris is saying he just about a pound of dry brine New York strip, 2 sausages, and snagged a couple of Ash's keto bacon wrap poppers. I made her. I'm stuffed. Entertain me, Dustin.
Nice.
Are you not entertained? Already started working on episode 3 of the Keto Crusade. I put together a rough outline for some topics and stuff that we want to talk about. Send it over to the guys. They'll look that over. We'll work on that. I imagine that 3rd episode, Victor will probably be heading that up. We'll probably still utilize, so he doesn't have to pay for the StreamYard. We could either use mine or Chris's. I mean, I've got to make sure that even if they do, make sure they have all the intros and outros and everything set up just the way that is.
Make sure your internet is working at the time.
Oh, yeah.
It's wonky.
Oh, for some reason, it's just not, it's so wonky, yeah. But yes, that all sounds delicious.
It does.
Jahil says, Dustin, on a keto-related topic, what are your thoughts on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3? I want one. I think that would be really good to set up for a live cooking. Like I can set it up on the island, have it facing me. So as I'm moving around, it will follow me. And I think that's great. It's just, I mean, it's like $650. Oof. So it's not cheap.
It is not in the foreseeable future.
I mean, there's
my invisible crystal ball.
I mean, there's a lot of camera stuff that I want. I'd love to have some really nice cameras to make all this do what I want it to do, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would say if you want, that's a great camera, especially if you're going to travel. That's small and it does a lot of good. And it looks good. It's 4K. It looks good. A lot of YouTubers are using it now. So yeah, Shauna says, putting it up soon. Also, if you want, I can message you the sign up. Okay. Yeah. So reach out to Shauna.
Ooh, what time are they getting kicked out?
You guys are getting kicked out. And it's going to be, we need to probably be cutting this short. So
you missed that.
Oh, Sean, thank you so much for another $5. Y'all need to do the Wayne's World fade in and fade out. We love all your faces. They're just starting, so we're going to go ahead and kick you guys out. And just understand we love you. Thank you all so very much for being here.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Have fun. Go over and watch 2KK.
We'll be back on Tuesday.
Yes, we'll be back on our regular scheduled night on Tuesday. We love you. Here's that intro, or that outro, I should say.
Whatever it is. Bye, guys.
Thanks for watching.